Hello, today is April 28th, 2018. My last call, so we had a rally into resistance. It was negative unless we gapped up and promptly took out this high. That's what happened, so there was no call. Turned out to be fortuitous. As we close, it'll change. During the day, MEJT said higher prices would print over this level. We got the minimum. Usually we get more than that. MEJT also says this is a false move. Here's the target most likely to print Monday, 2674.93. Just recall, the targets, while higher, aren't that much higher than where we closed. There is resistance at and just over the target, and these targets are under the high of the day. Friday is one of my potential changes in trend dates. And the question is that going to work out? Well, I'm expecting a pattern pretty similar in terms of times to what we saw Thursday with an early low and a late high. It tends to be a day which is positive and rally throughout the day. And the one time it isn't is if we drop early, either by gapping down or else going just a bit higher and then dropping in the first hour or two. The general idea is we have 5 waves down. We have a consolidation. We're looking for the consolidation to end, another impulse on the downside. I prefer this interpretation to that of a triangle because triangles are made up of 3 wave structures, and that's a 5. Now, what's suspicious about recent action is that here we have a drop and we recovered just 61.8% of the drop, which is a reasonable retracement. It's a resistance area. But this isn't the only valid count. We have this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be 3 waves here. But here, there's a strong impulse. It's possible to count it as a 5-wave structure with wave 1 and 5 being equal. This whole thing can't be black 3 because this would be 4 and that would overlap. But maybe this is 1 of black 3. Maybe that's why the rallies haven't been able to go over this high. Maybe this is 1 of black 3. Maybe that's 2 of black 3. And maybe 3 of black 3, wave 3 down with multiple degree is about to start. That might explain why this rally hasn't gone over this high. I think that's negative. I think the higher MEJT targets are positive. I think the inability to go over recent highs is negative. Most of the time when you have mixed signals like this, you get a gap opening. If we gap up, you could explain it by saying we had all this consolidation at the high, and the longer you consolidate at the high, the more likely you are to break through. That's one interpretation. But if the gap is down, it could be major league trouble. So we have slightly higher targets. They might print, they might not. It's possible we go up slightly and then reverse sharply. That's one way this is possible to play out. It's possible we gap, just because a gap opening is the commonest, doesn't have to be in the same direction as the move. It's possible we gap down right from the open. Those are the negative things. If instead we gap up, or we don't have a big move early in the day, then the odds favor a move like this going higher. So we have a potential for a big drop here, but if it doesn't happen early, it probably won't happen at all. And if we break through this in convincing style, the next price targets could be quite a ways up. So the early trade should tell the story. Here's my targets, and that's today's call.